Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Cami Farrell, and you're watching ntTV's Online Report. Today, TikTok announced that it would be stopping operations in Hong Kong. The short-form media app is one of many other social media platforms that have stopped operations in the city. The others include Facebook, WhatsApp, Telegram, Google, and Twitter. The companies say there is a possibility they are providing user data to Hong Kong authorities, referring to the national security law that passed in Beijing last week. The companies are looking into the law, which prohibits what Beijing views as secessionist, subversive, or terroristic activities. In the communist-ruled mainland, the foreign social media platforms are blocked by China's Great Firewall. New York authorities have hit Deutsche Bank with a $150 million fine due to their ties to accused sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein. The regulators said Deutsche had, quote, mistakes and sloppiness in its relationship with the late financer. Epstein reportedly committed suicide last year while behind bars awaiting trial. Authorities said the bank let Epstein conduct hundreds of transactions which totaled to millions of dollars without conducting additional scrutiny. The suspicious transactions included payments to people alleged to have been Epstein's co-conspirators and sexually abusing young women. In a statement, Deutsche Bank acknowledged its, quote, error of onboarding Epstein in 2013. The bank said it immediately contacted law enforcement to offer assistance after Epstein's arrest. Today is Blackout Day in the United States. Many Americans stood in protest by not spending any money on anything at all. This is a sign of economic protest reflecting back to the 1955 year-long Montgomery bus boycott, when Black Alabamans refused to pay bus fees until they were allowed to sit wherever they wanted. The focus is to force politicians and the business world to end institutionally racist policies and practices. Nielsen reports that Black Americans spent more than $1 trillion on consumer goods in 2013 alone. Those who have to buy something are being encouraged to spend their money at Black-owned businesses. The United States government announced its largest COVID-19 vaccine contract today. Novavax will receive $1.6 billion from the Operation Warp Speed program. The funds will allow the company to conduct and advance human studies and establish manufacturing to possibly deliver 100 million doses later this year. The company is currently working toward beginning phase 3 of their trial period. Novavax president and CEO Stanley Erck had the following to say.
I think in the fourth quarter. We don't have a date set yet, but hopefully as early in the fourth quarter as possible. Maybe if we're lucky, we could start phase 3 in late third quarter.
Erck said that if all goes well, the vaccine could be available as early as the first quarter of next year. Asymptomatic and pre-symptomatic transmission of the coronavirus could be one of the leading factors in its spread. New research indicates that pre-symptomatic and asymptomatic transmission of COVID-19 may be one of the largest contributing factors in its spread. Using existing research, scientists have found that silent transmission could be responsible for half of COVID cases. The study published in the Proceedings of National Academy of Sciences found that more than one-third of these infections would need to be identified and isolated to suppress a future outbreak. Researchers say even immediate isolation of all asymptomatic cases would not be enough to get the spread under control. The model assumed that COVID-19 may be the most contagious during the pre-symptomatic stage, which is uncommon for a respiratory infection. Texas hospitals have been seeing rising admissions in COVID-19 cases. Hospitalization across Texas has more than doubled in the last 2 weeks. On Monday, it rose to 8,698 patients. Local officials across the state have said that hospitals are in danger of becoming overrun as cases of coronavirus surge. On Monday, the state reported 5,318 new cases and additional 18 deaths. Houston's mayor wants the Texas Republican Party to cancel their upcoming in-person convention in the city. The event is expected to gather around 6,000 guests. CNN's Jessica Wiley has more on this story.
All of our conferences, all of our conventions that were scheduled to be in the city of Houston at the George R. Brown have canceled or been rescheduled to next year, with the exception of one, and that's the state Republican convention.
Mayor Sylvester Turner calling on the Republican Party of Texas to cancel its upcoming in-person convention in favor of a virtual one. The two-day event starting July 16th would bring 6,000 people from across the state to the George R. Brown Convention Center in downtown, and there would be people who would have to work it. The 2016 convention looked like this. The Texas Medical Association has already withdrawn as an advertiser.
Another large event like this, which is known as a super spreader event, is probably not the most responsible thing to do.
Last week, the state Republican Executive Committee voted 40-20 to proceed in person.
Online voting with an integration to YouTube, Vimeo, or Zoom. Their platform has API, automatic programming interface, access that we are utilizing to simplify the administration of the meetings and make navigation for delegates as simple as possible.
Last night during an emergency meeting, Chairman James Dickey detailed a virtual contingency plan as a last resort.
If we must go online, we will necessarily be limiting delegate rights.
If it happens, the convention will have to follow a long list of safety-related conditions as spelled out by the mayor today, including daily health checks for attendees, accommodations throughout to account for social distancing, and the enforcement of masks. Measures the party says it's already taking. In a statement, the chairman said, quote, "With these precautions currently in place, the Republican Party of Texas intends to proceed with an in-person convention next week in Houston." Mayor Turner must not have had the information about the measures being voluntarily implemented. The mayor said health inspectors will be on site with the authority to shut it all down if there's a violation.
These are serious times, and this pandemic is very serious, and we take it very seriously.
The State Fair of Texas announced that it will be closing this year due to COVID-19. The fair took to Twitter today to announce its cancellation with a brief video. Although the fair is canceled, officials have said that the Cotton Bowl will still be held if college football continues this fall. Officials promise that the fair will return in 2021. Coronavirus cases are still rapidly rising in North Texas. The following numbers come from Dallas, Denton, Collin, and Tarrant counties. Dallas County reported 1,214 cases and 6 related deaths on Monday. This marks the 4th day in a row that the county reported more than 1,000 cases per day. Tarrant County reported 820 new cases and 2 COVID-related deaths. Collin County reported 186 new cases and 1 COVID-related death. And Denton County confirmed 65 additional cases on Monday. If you missed a chance to get tested today, don't worry, there are other options in Denton County. This interactive map will provide some of the free options in your area. If you're looking to find more information on where to get tested or what these testing sites offer, be sure to visit the website below. On Monday, the Kansas City Chiefs signed their quarterback Patrick Mahomes to a 10-year deal. The contract extension shows Mahomes playing for the Chiefs through the 2031 NFL season. The contract is reportedly worth $450 million, bringing Mahomes' current contract to as much as $503 million between this year and the 2031 season. The team has announced their contract extension but did not confirm the deal. You can follow us at ntTV_news on Twitter for more of the latest updates. Thank you for watching and join us back here again tomorrow for more of ntTV's Online Report.